It is a clean product. If you go on Sephora, they will do that clean stamp where you know that it is formulated without a lot of the nasties that can potentially be irritating to the skin. When I research certain ingredients and I'm like, it's a neurotoxin or this is a hormone disruptor.
So what is the junk? What are these neurotoxins that she's talking about? What is the nasties? Oh my God. The queen has sat down upon her throne yet again, and today she's sharing skincare obsessions that she says are actually worth the hype. And I thought to myself, I could just watch this video as normal, or I could record and share this glory with the internet. And I am very interested to see what she's interested in since she took a hiatus from the internet for who knows how long. And there's like a lot of new brands on the skincare market. Tati is a makeup legend. Her skin is fucking flawless, and I want to know how. I'm excited to learn. And my skin is not flawless because I have struggled with acne for over 15 years. I've been in the industry for 10, and as a medical esthetician, I've learned a lot by working alongside and with doctors and dermatologists and cosmetic chemists, although I am not a physician myself. But I do love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's routine. And Tati, tell me sweet words of what you put on your skin. Thank you. I'm excited.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about skincare. You guys have wanted to know what skincare I am using, which by the way, super flattered because I've been complaining about my skin quite a bit. I'm a do it all, curl my own hair, do my own hair, do my own facials, do my own nails. If you guys want to know more about, how I'm doing my hair or my nails or anything, just let me know. Anyway, okay, Vino Clean from Caudalie. Now this is a micellar water that I have mentioned time and time again. I am still hooked. I am still loving it. This is $28. It is a clean product. If you go on Sephora, they will do that clean stamp where you know that it is formulated without a lot of the nasties that can potentially be irritating to the skin, and not the greatest as far as toxins if you're someone that attaches to that belief system. I personally do when I research certain ingredients and I'm like, it's a neurotoxin or this is a hormone disruptor. Now, do I always abide perfectly with every single product? No. But if I find something that works really well, that is superior in every way and happens to be formulated without a lot of the junk, I think that's a win. I really like it. I feel good about it.
So what is the junk? What are these neurotoxins that she's talking about? What is the nasties? Oh my God. I love Tati, but this is a beautiful, perfect example of why these clean at Sephora or clean beauty marketing schemes have no merit. There are no regulatory terms around clean. And there's this fallacy that it's better for people who have more sensitive skin. That's not true because often these clean products have things like essential oils or ingredients that can actually irritate the skin even more. And again, if you have a specific cosmetic allergen, you should be avoiding that. This clean marketing is really just another way to sell us stuff, and clean products sometimes say that they are preservative free. Preservatives literally preserve our products so that mold does not grow in them. We love preservatives and we love products that actually have science to back them up. I understand that so many people buy into this clean marketing, and like Tati says, not everyone subscribes to it. That's okay. But I really wish that there was more transparency around chemicals. If we're going chemical free, you better not consume water, and you better stop breathing air because air is a chemical mixture and water is literally dihydrogen monoxide. And again, I respect that this is not Tati's fault. Like, this is Sephora, this is the industry, this is the people who buy into it. But holy shit, it is this perpetuation of this marketing that is so harmful. How about we start to demonize the misinformation? The people on TikTok saying that sunscreen causes cancer or that retinoids cause depression, which no, neither of those are true as proven by science. Especially the EWG with their claims. Did you know that there's not a single dermatologist or I believe cosmetic toxicologist on the board of the EWG? Yet they're making all of these claims saying, oh, this is what's clean, this is what's not, and you have to purchase our seal to get this certification. Like, it's money. Same with Sephora. The clean at Sephora does not make it better. It does not make it superior, and it's literally something that they made up. The clean at Sephora, literally blatant marketing, and it pisses me off so much. But yet, if brands don't have it, you see, consumers avoid it. That is so frustrating. Let me just take a sip of my favorite pesticide, and we'll get back to the actual product.
So this is really great for all skin types. It's very gentle on the skin. I always like to do a quick clean in the morning before dashing to do whatever I do. Like, regardless of if if I'm gonna do the full meal deal skincare, if I'm ready to shower or not. It's just one of those like up and at 'em things that I do. So I really love a micellar water for that because it's so gentle.
Caudalie is actually a very expensive line that a lot of people like. I don't believe this video is sponsored, but I do know a lot of people who've been sponsored by Caudalie. Their whole thing is this grape extract. They have flown people and influencers over to their grape farms and like wooed and dined them. There are antioxidants in these products, but do I believe they are absolutely superior? No. I think that they are a less scientific version of Paula's Choice. If you don't have skin issues or irritation and you just want a nice luxury product that smells good, it's kind of like Paula's Choice, maybe a little more expensive. But micellar waters are good for removing makeup, dirt, and oil. They are these micelles, these little encapsulated balls of greatness that roll around the skin and help to remove dirt and impurities. And it is a really good way to remove makeup, to start the day, etc. I don't purchase Caudalie because it's not cruelty-free, which matters a ton to me. But it sounds like Tati really enjoys the sensorial experience of skincare, and you know what? For 28 bucks, it's not the most expensive product they have, and it works for her.
A drugstore option that I also super love is Burt's Bees Rose Micellar Water. This is a toning water. It will remove makeup and clean the skin, and it's another clean formula.
I can hear Hiram screaming in his socks. This Burt's Bees product is not one that I recommend, but it's not because of the rose fragrance. I know a lot of people don't like rose fragrance or say that it's bad for your skin. Listen, if you have an irritation to it or to flowers, then don't use it. But overall, it is a nice sensorial experience. This product is not one that I've tried personally, but for $8.99 at Target, the price is pretty good. The ingredients are water, pentylene glycol, again, this rose flower extract. We've got cross polymers, glycerin, lactic acid, which is really good in exfoliating, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, fragrance, and geraniol. And again, they're calling themselves clean. This fragrance could be really irritating to some people. This is more of a sensorial product. I also have not tried it, but I don't think that this would remove makeup superiorly English. If you want a micellar water or a makeup remover that actually does what it says it does, that is cruelty-free and that is more suited for more irritation-prone skin, the Inkey list has the Oat Cleansing Balm, which is fantastic. There's also the Latte Oat Cleanser from Sweet Chef. The Inkey list also has the oil to water double cleansing thing. That shit is amazing. Right here, look at that. This shit is amazing and probably one of the most beautiful products I have ever seen. And then on top of that, Rovectin has a really great micellar water, and even Holika has a bomb-ass micellar water. If you're asking me, I would recommend you to use these. And now even Garnier is cruelty-free. They had one of the original micellar waters, and it's a really decent one. I recently got it from Walmart, and I was pretty freaking impressed, I must say.
Something that is crazy expensive that I will say I am loving, but I didn't see such a significant difference in my skin that I would be so jazzed to go and buy more, and it didn't remove makeup any more effectively than some of the other oil cleansers that I've tried in the past, but I bought it. I may as well use the whole thing. I've got a little bit left in here. This is Epara. This is a cleansing oil, and I will use this at nighttime to remove makeup. Now, you only get 5 ounces in here, and when you see the price on screen, just like we'll all take a gasp together because it is very expensive. I'm still curious about the line. I like a lot of the ingredients. I like the formulation, the idea of it. But as far as a makeup remover, I'm just like, well, it's removing my makeup and then I'm rinsing the face. It's not really doing anything that would really, you know, warrant this high price in my opinion.
This Epara line sounds interesting. I have never heard of them, so let's turn and learn those ingredients just to get an idea of what this product might be about. So this does say that it reduces hyperpigmentation and prevents skin irritation, which I know Tati has mentioned hyperpigmentation tons of times in the past in addition to here. They're saying that this is because of licorice and plankton, which is actually true. Licorice is really great for hyperpigmentation. I would personally like to see this, you know, combined with some sort of vitamin C or even alpha arbutin or something derivative of hydroquinone or hydroquinone if you're really serious about hyperpigmentation. When looking at these ingredients, I understand why the price is so high, but also maybe why Tati doesn't really love it. It's got some basic ass ingredients. It's glycerin, caprylic triglyceride, water, some seed extracts, a whole bunch of oils like frankincense oil. There is nothing special in here. This is a very cheap cleanser. The main thing in here would be that plankton oil, which can be very expensive and hard to formulate. And if you had this plankton, you know, in a different formula that maybe was more cleansing to the skin, I could see that it would be worth the price and feel like it's worth the price. But based on the way she's talking about it and based on the way it looks, it is not getting getting my money. Cleansing oils that I have really been loving are this Medicube one. This one was created in Korea. It's actually really good. This one, of course, the oil and water double cleanser. And if you really want to spend money on an oil cleanser, the Dermalogica Precleanse is a pretty decent pick, if I do say so myself.
Where I think your money is better spent is going to be serums, a good eye cream if that's an area that you struggle with, a great night cream, but a cleanser, unless you just want to, you know, explore and you have the cash to try it out. Like, I was just super curious. I read the reviews and I'm like, well, I review product and like I'm all about skincare right now, so let's see if it's worth the fuss. And you know, it was good, it wasn't great. A cleanser that I really love that you're gonna need to use a makeup remover first. If you have a lot of eye makeup, a lot of lip going on, you're gonna wanna do a first cleanse to take the makeup off. You don't necessarily need to do that if you are not wearing a lot of makeup, but if you are, I would recommend the technique of double cleansing. Now, I will go in with an oil cleanser or a balm cleanser, and then I'll go in with a gel or foaming cleanser, whatever I'm into at the moment. This one I have repurchased over and over again. This is the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. This has matcha, hemp seeds, oats, almonds, vitamin B5, and sodium PCA. This is a clean formula, and this has, you know, the pH balance is correct on here. I found this when I was researching something really gentle for James because he turns into a tomato with most products. Like, he will just, I mean, he's so sensitive, beyond sensitive skin. I have never known anyone to have the kind of sensitive skin that this man has.
I wonder if James has either erythema or rosacea. Both of these are vascular conditions. Erythema is what I have. When I just touch my cheeks, they turn red. And rosacea is a condition that if you go in the sun, if you drink hot tea, spicy food, changes in weather, it can flush up and flare up. I love this cleanser as well. It is so good. It's really great. It's gentle. Like she mentioned, it has a lot of these antioxidants. It has beta glucans from the oats. It does have that B5, that panthenol. Do we have to sit here and just worship Krave Beauty? Or do we have to sit here and just worship Krave Beauty? This is great as a double cleanse or even as a single cleanse if you wanted to use it that way. I do agree with Tati, would need to use something else to remove makeup beforehand and sunscreen. But if you've got a light makeup or like sunscreen serum kind of day, this cleanser. And cleansers are kind of meh, right? It's really unique to find a cleanser that you actually love. This is one of them.
I found this and it really worked for him. And then of course I'm like, I want to try it too. I ended up really liking it. And yeah, this is a good one. So of course we're talking about skin, and I have to add in my favorite skincare product, which a lot of people are like, that's not skincare routine. And I'm like, yes, it is. It is so important. Of course, I'm going to talk about Halo Beauty for a moment because skin that glows from within is just gonna be so important in your skincare routine. You can use whatever you like on top of it, cleansing, moisturizing, you can do the makeup, you can do everything, but really I have long believed and stood by that beauty starts from the inside out. So supplementing can be something really positive for your overall health and for your skin. When you're healthy, your skin is healthier as well. Halo is something that is going to help reduce inflammation. That's my favorite part of the product, is it takes away a lot of the puffiness for me, a lot of the retention in my face. I can see a difference in my skin, the texture, the bounciness, just the evenness of my skin. I can always tell. And I feel I can say that because I'm someone that has struggled with cystic acne. I've shared with you guys way back when. I had the kind of cystic acne that was so deep beneath the skin that if I would smile, I would feel pain. Like, I know what that is like, and I know what it's like to feel like everyone sees it, and that insecurity can just really do things to you mentally and just with your confidence that it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not just about being beautiful and being vain about it. It really, for me, impacted how I lived my life.
I feel like I never saw Tati as someone who had that severe cystic acne, but that does hit me really close to home. It's what literally almost caused me to take my own life multiple times, and then ended up being the thing that gave my life purpose and meaning to help others with their skin and to understand my own. And a lot of what Tati says, there's some skepticism and some things, and then there's some things that I do agree with. And first, let's acknowledge that yes, our body is interconnected. Our skin isn't just something to like look good and aesthetic. It literally does temperature control. comfortable. It helps us feel pain and touch. It literally waterproofs us so we don't fall apart in the shower. It's part of our excretory system. It helps us sweat. Like, our skin is amazing. And it is important to have a good diet, yes, for good skin health, but also, you know, for your heart, for your blood vessels, for your brain, for your lungs, for your kidneys, for everything. What Tati is saying about what she's calling this American diet or fast food diet, it's called the standard American diet, and yeah, it is really bad. Now, simultaneously, most people who are probably watching Tati's videos or purchasing supplements in the first place probably aren't the people who are binging on Taco Bell. There's a lot of socioeconomic reasons that happens, and a lot to do with classism and with the gentrification of certain neighborhoods, and with, you know, how people in certain socioeconomic environments spend their money. Knowing this, and simultaneously, as a nutritionist, I do take specific supplements, but do I rely on those supplements for good skin? No, I rely on them to fill in the gaps that diet doesn't. She's saying that this has anti-inflammatory benefits, and a lot of people talk about like fruits and vegetables. Eat those. You need fiber. You need those antioxidants. That's where you're going to get them. And supplements are a great addition. I know that I looked into halo stuff years ago and did a video that I never posted. Maybe we could do another little analysis if the beautiful butterflies are interested. I know that one of the main ingredients in here is supposed to be some sort of a ceramide complex. And again, ceramides are made naturally by our skin. They are wonderful. But is this supplement actually clearing the acne? Is it actually helping with all of these texture things that are being spoken about? I don't know. Obviously, that's anecdotal evidence. I don't think that she's making that claim. But do you absolutely need to spend like $60 on a supplement every single month? If you are price sensitive, no. But if you are looking for something to fill in the gaps, you know, is Halo Beauty better than a lot of other things on the market? We could look into it. We could compare and contrast. I can't say that at this point because I haven't personally taken them and I haven't looked into it just enough. If you're looking for supplements, what I do recommend is vitamin C. Vitamin C is water soluble, so it gets excreted from our body if we don't have enough of it every day. You do want to make sure that you're eating that every day because it is required in order for your body to make collagen, which is the most abundant protein in our body. Also, don't ingest collagen. Your body breaks it down into amino acids, sends it from the intestines up through the hepatic portal vein to wherever it needs to go. But if you do eat protein powders, I like vegan protein powders, that is going to give you, you know, all of the amino acids that your body needs to actually create proteins such as collagen, as long as vitamin C is present. That is what I would recommend. Get yourself something with vitamin C. Could even be bell peppers. Most people don't know that bell peppers have more vitamin C than an orange. And you can eat something with bell peppers or just fruits with vitamin C, as well as, you know, having some sort of a smoothie or something with protein powder, or for heaven's sakes, just eat protein. And then drink a turmeric latte if you really want to. But if you do want a supplement, is it the worst on the market? Probably not. I appreciate that she brings it up because yes, our body, our mind, all of this is connected to our skin, and this goes into such a deep conversation on society and what's available at fast food restaurants versus at Whole Foods, and how the supplement industry is not regulated by the FDA, and how they prey on people, and how yes, how some supplements have actually killed people and given them heart attacks because they were working out, but then also some supplements that actually look promising, and some extracts or ingredients that when combined in a whole food or when combined with other things might actually be a little bit beneficial, especially for those who maybe aren't eating, you know, a whole foods, well-rounded diet. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
So skin has always been something that I take very, very seriously. And I have to say that's part of the reason why we developed Kiwi. At the time, there really weren't any exclusive skin vitamins on the market. There was always hair, skin, and nails, which we have right here. The standard kind of Rolls Royce. You've got everything in here to help your hair regrow, nails grow stronger, and for your skin to improve.
Your skin, your hair, your nails, they're all a part of your integumentary system. If it helps your nails, it's gonna help your hair. If it helps your hair, it's gonna help your nails and your skin. If you're getting a localized injection or putting on a localized cream or using like an LED therapy or like a cuticle oil or something like that, then it's different. But if it's systemic, all of them help all of those things. I see the marketing, I see why they're labeling it as hair, skin, and nails versus just skin, but let me tell you, it's the integumentary system. The intestines, the hepatic portal vein, the way your body absorbs and distributes nutrients. Science.
Because I am so all about skin, it was really important to me to create a product that was targeted exclusively for skin, not for regrowth of anything, just to really reduce inflammation, improve the texture of the skin, to improve collagen levels, to minimize fine lines, just to overall help the look and feel and health of your skin. So that's what Kiwi is. And I always take this. I'm on Kiwi still. Sometimes I will go back and forth if I feel like my nails need a little help or my hair needs a little something extra. I will cycle through and then I will take HSN. I want to let you guys know this is $39.95, $29.95. If you want to save a little cash, Go with the subscriptions. Also better for the environment. If you buy that bottle, keep it once, refill it, save yourself some cash, boom, there you go. Next up, we have an essence, because I am that girl that will cleanse twice and then use an essence. So I have the Vinoperfect Brightening Essence. I am loving this glass bottle, really beautiful ingredients, has some glycolic acid in here to help smooth things out and to help brighten hyperpigmentation. This is a really great essence if you're into essences.
I love this, but Tati, I want to see you do it. I want to watch you worship your beautiful skin. Her skin is stunning. Her makeup is always freaking flawless. I don't know if it's a filter because my computer is kind of overheating because it's 105 degrees in this area right now. This Caudalie Vinoperfect essence actually looks a little bit more worth the money, but looks like they have done a couple of studies around these. And like Tati mentioned, it does have some glycolic acid. Now, it does have some bitter orange flower water, which at least it's not oil. The grape is really good. We do have arginine, which is excellent. And the main thing she mentioned about this glycolic acid and hyperpigmentation, yes, AHAs like glycolic acid can be really helpful for hyperpigmentation. However, people who are prone to hyperpigmentation, remember, hyperpigmentation is the skin's response to damage or trauma. And glycolic acid is one of the smallest molecules. So even though it's water soluble, it can penetrate the skin and it can irritate. And for some people who are super sensitive, that can actually worsen hyperpigmentation and melasma. Normally, glycolic acid is a better option, but if you wanted to play it even more safe, something like mandelic acid or polyhydroxy acids, those are going to be even more gentle and a little bit safer for hyperpigmentation prone skin, depending on how sensitive you are. Now, is this a fine one? Absolutely. Am I going to pay $50-something for it? No. There are some toners. If you want soothing grape jelly-like texture, the Pyeongchang Yul is an absolute favorite. If you're looking for a lighter essence, morning or evening, or reapply throughout the day, superoxide dismutase, there have actually been studies, I believe, on mice and in specific murine cells that shows this actually might be a really cool ingredient for hyperpigmentation and to prevent a lot of this melanin formation or UV damage that can cause hyperpigmentation. Superoxide dismutase, if you want to spend some money, this is it. It's from Nyad, f***ing phenomenal. But overall, if she's happy using it, good. But if she were asking for my opinion, I would recommend some other things.
I do have another essence here, which a lot of people love this. So if you love this, go for it. This is the Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. And this one is more for luminosity. This is $72 and I just prefer clearly this guy right here from Caudalie, which I believe is $54. So if you want something that's gonna smooth, moisturize, and brighten the skin, I really like this one. They are both marked as clean products on Sephora.
Everyone loves this fresh kombucha toner. It's arguably a little bit better in my personal opinion. Now, she does have combo skin, so that could be different, but again, it's not cruelty-free, so it doesn't get my money. This has a main ingredient of water, but we also have this Saccharomyces ferment filtrate, which is, really nice if we're talking about prebiotics, probiotics, how they work on the skin and the microbiome. We have adenosine in here, which, fun fact, we use in emergency medicine for heart issues, but it's also great on the skin for anti-wrinkle, kind of anti-aging and skin support benefits. And I believe that this product is actually either fermented or somewhat fermented, which could help some of these ingredients be more broken up and maybe absorbed into the skin. If you're looking for an excellent essence that does have a nice fragrance, kind of like this one, it's really sensorial, the Haru Haru Wonder, it is fucking amazing. It is literally like kombucha for your face. It is way better than this, way less expensive, and they also have a fragranced version and then a fragrance-free version, which they recently launched based on consumer feedback because they actually listen to their customers. We fucking stan a brand that actually listens to their customers.
I have another fresh item here, also a clean product. Now this I will only use if my skin is just dehydrated, if I need something more oily. I like using this at night. I don't find it to be great underneath makeup, but that's just me personally. And also it does say that this is good for oily skin, like it's like good for combo, dry, oily, any kind of skin. If you have oily skin, because this product is so oily and hydrating, I don't think I would recommend that. I just don't. I myself, I have combo skin, but it gets very dehydrated at times, and I only reach for this when I feel like my skin's tight and it's just a little too dried out. And you use this much like an essence, so I will replace it for one of these guys here. If you don't want to do a mask and you just need to plump up the skin and you want to wake up with your skin being more hydrated, a little bit brighter, a little bit juicier, then this is a beautiful product.
Yes, Tati, I want that kind of skin. Oh, I wish I had it, but alas, I have acne scars. This product is also one that if you want a sensorial experience, I would recommend, but if you don't want a sensorial experience, I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot of rose in here, so like antioxidants, the regular ingredients are pretty basic. We have rose water, cocoa caprolate, C9 through 12, alkaline propanediol. Like there's nothing in here that I'm just like, wow, mind blown. Again, I haven't tried this product, so is it fucking amazing and I don't know it? Very possible, but Tati, I love that she's so fucking honest. Yeah, for oily skin, if this isn't for oily skin, that is great to know. I am oily, as evidenced by the dead keratinocytes that are currently sitting on my face. Lil greasy, lil shiny. Yes, I did blot and like swipe right before filming this video. This is where we're at. I love that she's honest. She's saving me money. I've got oily skin and I won't be buying it.
Literally, I could talk about this all day long with you guys. All right, quickly, serum that I love for vitamin C. This is a vitamin C lotion from Revision, and it's antioxidant rich and brightening, and it just pairs beautifully with any of my night creams or heavier products. And I love it. A little goes a long way, and it is definitely not cheap.
I'd love to see vitamin C in her routine since she keeps on mentioning hyperpigmentation. Vitamin C is amazing, it is brightening, it is over the counter. This one's fucking expensive, so I am like, what is in this product that makes it worth this kind of money? The most expensive vitamin C product that I personally own is this one from Perricone MD. Super fancy. I would call it a cruelty-free dupe. I actually think it's even better than the SkinCeuticals. The SkinCeuticals can kind of be greasy, clear, liquidy. This is actually more like a serum, and this is an ester form of vitamin C, so it is even less irritating. This is fucking phenomenal, and if you just want to spend money, like if you've got Tati Westbrook kind of money, holy shit, this vitamin C serum is amazing. Now, if you are a super budget butterfly, there is a less expensive option for under 20. This one's from The Ordinary. This is the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate solution, 20% in vitamin F. Try saying that 5 times fast. And while this isn't an exact dupe, this is somewhat similar. It still has that vitamin C. It has vitamin F for stabilization. It is a good one. Let's go see what Tati's vitamin C has. Looks like we do have vitamin C in here. They also say they have squalane, which yes, comes from olives, but it also comes from shark liver, so make sure that you're getting it from the olive source. It does have coenzyme Q10, aka ubiquinone, aka CoQ10. The Inkey list has a much less expensive CoQ10 that I would recommend, but this is a good one, and this is another one of those ingredients that we borrow from medicine, and it's used in medicine for specific people. When we look at the full list of ingredients, it looks like this is a water-based. We do have the tetrahexadecyl ascorbate as our vitamin C. We do have glycerin, cornstarch. I wonder if this balls up if you put it under other things. We do have ubiquinone. I'm not seeing a ton of extras in here that I really love. Does it look like a good one? Yes, but for 122 bucks, like, I would spend 160. If you're gonna spend a bunch of money, I would spend it on this one. Or even the Inkey list has a 15% vitamin C and EGF serum. We've done an entire video ranking vitamin C serums from best to worst. I would recommend some of those instead, and depending on if you have oily skin or dry skin, you might want something different. So that video has some answers for you.
I don't have it. That is hilarious. I'll place an insert of the product of the bottle. It looks just like this, but one of my favorite creams is from Revision, and it's just a peptide-rich moisturizer. It is something that you won't find at the department store or, you know, Ulta or Sephora. It is more clinical grade, kind of dermatology recommended skincare. It, to me, feels, I don't want to say more legit, but just the ingredients, the technology, the science. Revision is a really great brand.
This is so interesting because I have never heard of this brand. Again, if I'm going to spend over $100 on skincare, that is luxury. I'm gonna do it on Perricone MD, Rejuvas, like some of these brands that I think actually have some merit to them. I've never heard of this one. It looks very interesting. The question is, which peptides? I would like to know. This DJE face cream is $145, but if it were between this and the vitamin C, I actually think this would be better. This does have vitamin C. It has alpha-glucan oligosaccharide, which is phenomenal for skin. It does help with the microbiome. It helps with skin support, etc. We do have acetyl tetrapeptide 2 and palmityl hexapeptide 14, which are those peptides she was talking about. Now, interesting enough, palmitohexapeptide 14 actually has some studies on it in vivo, and it was looking at the collagen formation, the anti-wrinkle effects. They were kind of saying that this peptide could specifically stimulate fibroblast cells. Fibroblasts are the cells that actually create collagen and elastin and hyaluronic acid in our skin. Super important. Are they bold claims? Yes. Is there some research to back them up? Yes. Should you have to pay $145 for it? I don't know about that, but out of all of the products that they're listing here, this one seems halfway plausible. It also has a blend of 11 antioxidants. Antioxidants are great to fight free radical damage. They can help to boost up sunscreen. The vitamin C in here, like this could be really good under a sunscreen. Again, if you've got Westbrook money, you can walk yourself down to the Westbrook shopping plaza and buy yourself some fancy ass skincare. It would be way better than this fucking La Mer trend. We're gonna call the La Mer thing a trend because that is totally a trend. It is a seaweed trend packaged in a fancy bottle that is Nivea cream. That is all.
I also use their neck defirm, which I don't really know if this does anything. I'm just trying to keep my neck and my neck latte, as I like to call it, looking smooth and as good as possible for as long as possible. This is an area on a woman where our skin is a little bit more delicate and it can start to look crinkly, crepey, damaged. And you know, you might feel like you want to add in extra items into your routine to just preserve and care for your body and care for your skin.
While Tati is right, fuck the neck latte. There are very few neck creams that are actually worth the money. Most of them, especially if you look at the ingredients, they're overpriced face creams. But the person who is worried about neck wrinkles and crepiness is usually older and usually has more concerns and therefore has more money, and therefore brands know that, so they mark up the price of their like moisturizer formulas and fucking sell it to you as a neck cream. It pisses me off. When it comes to neck preservation or anti-wrinkle effects or anti-pigmentation effects on the neck, use the same thing that you would look for on the rest of the skin. We're talking retinoids, we're talking sun protection. Those are going to be the best for stimulating collagen, preventing collagen from breaking down, preventing that pigmentation from happening. Again, the vitamin C serum would be great here. If you're really worried about crepiness, there are neck lifts and face lifts, like if you want plastic surgery. But if you don't, there's also the CO Beauty neck patch. That is actually one that I like. When I sleep together, my titty tatas like to hug each other, and sometimes I wake up with like a line that takes a few hours to go away, and if I use that CO patch, it just stops them from hugging each other and they stay at opposite sides of the chesticles. Therefore, I don't get those lines. So you could use something like a sleeping patch, but is it really something that we have to be insecure about and worry about? It shouldn't be. I understand that the society as a whole and the industry wants us to feel that way. And you know, if Tati wants to buy neck cream, go for it. But if you are price sensitive or if you do not want to spend your money on marketing scams, sunscreen, retinoids, or find a neck cream that actually has them.
Now, if you don't want to spend the cash on a neck cream, you don't have to. What you can do is just make sure you're taking an extra pump of whatever you are using and just get it in this area. Don't just be that person that gets only the skin here. Take it to the neck, take it to the chest, because you want the same way you put on foundation, you might go down the neck a little bit. You want the skin to both be looking cute. You know what I'm saying? So take care of the whole meal deal. I think a neck cream is really good. It's a little bit heavier, which I think separates it out from something you'd want to be putting on the face. But again, if you don't have a neck cream, just use your regular cream and just slather yourself up. Okay, so we have all of my creams, my cleansers, the halo, which I use kind of on the daily as my skincare. And then we have treatment. Now, I don't use this every single day, but if I am like a week out from my period, I know I'm gonna be breaking out hormonal little breakouts, I will use something like this Indie Lee exfoliant. Now, these are little pads that have exfoliating ingredients kind of built in. So it's a little more like a more sophisticated Stridex pad. Do we remember those? I used those. Oh, dried your skin out so bad. So this is a more sophisticated with much better ingredients Stridex pad that you can use after cleansing if you want to exfoliate the skin, you know, every night for a week, or if you have more acne prone skin, you could use this every single night, morning and night if you wanted to, and it really just brightens and smooths out the skin, just helps the cellular turnover, helps to unclog the pore. It's a more natural version of some of the others that I've tried. I was really into the Dr. Dennis Gross, the Duo, for a while, but I really love this kind of more intense but gentle enough for daily use type of a pre-moistened pad.
I actually really like this Indie Lee product. Indie Lee is a brand that again markets themselves as natural and clean, but I really love the founder's story. She had brain cancer and she survived, and she decided to create a skincare line because she wanted to appreciate herself and use products that she believed in. Now, do I believe that the ingredients are almighty and better? Not necessarily. Dr. Sandra Lee has some really great glycolic acid acne swipes. If you do actually struggle with hormonal acne, don't go to Indie Lee, go to Dr. Zenobia, who also has acne swipes that are actually made for hormonal acne prone skin. But again, if you want brightening, if you want clarifying, if you want, that cellular turnover, these Indie Lee pads are actually really good. As long as you're not sensitive to fragrances or plant extracts, as long as you are okay with those things, this is one of those brands that labels themselves as natural that I actually do appreciate.
All right, one more moisturizer that I will share with you guys that I adore, that I would recommend for those of you out there that struggle with acne, breakouts from moisturizers, but you're using product that is really just sucking the life out of your skin and you need some good hydration. This is a water cream. This is from Tatcha and it is gorgeous. If I am going through an oily phase, because with my combo skin, my very temperamental skin, like I will have dry patches, or I'll be super oily, or I'll just be dry. So I'm kind of that person that's always monkeying around with my skin and my skincare. This is one that if I'm feeling that I'm going through a phase where my skin's very, very hydrated, I will use this during the day underneath my makeup, and it works beautifully underneath makeup. This also works surprisingly well on the body mixed in with body makeup, or if you want to mix this in with a little bit of your foundation to go on the body, there's just something about it. The dry down is like not oily, but it just gives this dewiness to the skin that is like no other. It is stunning. I love it.
I am not notoriously the biggest fan of the Tatcha water cream, but holy guacamole, if there's a person that should be using the Tatcha water cream, it's Tati. She has combo skin. She loves to use it under makeup. It works for her. It is not the worst product out there. Now, do I think it's good for acne prone skin? No. I think that if you have acne prone skin, you should use products that contain acne fighting ingredients such as salicylic acid. Benzoyl peroxide could be a little bit too stripping to leave on the skin, but you could use that as a cleanser. You could use sulfur. You could find something that has a diluted form of tea tree. Retinoid cream would be probably the best. The Tatcha water cream, it's expensive, so I cringe at giving them my money. But you know what? Out of all of the creams out there, it is a halfway decent one. And again, a lot of people who like the Tatcha water cream, it does have probably one of the prettiest packages on the market. That little thing on top is actually like a little spoon. It is hydrating. Is it in my bathroom right now? No. Is it going to be anytime soon? Absolutely not. But if you are like Tati, you want that experience, it's not a bad one. And if there is a perfect person to use the Tatcha water cream, it is Tati. I feel like Tati is the personification of a Tatcha water cream. Like the gel, like the makeup application prep, like aesthetic, beautiful, functional. I see it.
I'm not so sure that I will keep using this forever and ever. Eye cream is something that I do kind of skip back and forth on, but I am using the Black Tea Age Delay Eye Concentrate from Fresh, and I do really like it. Leave me your recommendations. What are your, especially ladies in your 30s that are maybe approaching 40? Ladies, what eye creams are you loving? I have never in my life had any big issues with my eyes. I gotta say, thank you, Mom, for the super elastic skin, but I'm now starting to notice just a little bit of the lines. This is just what happens as we age. It feels like it happens overnight, and then all of a sudden you're like, I never cared about eye cream, and now all of a sudden I'm like, I care. I need a good eye cream.
I hate eye creams, and we know it, but are there some that I actually recommend? Yes. This is who, when, where, and why. If you want a different texture, if you're trying to fight something specific that you're not worried about on the rest of your face, fine. But is the under eye skin dramatically different than other places on your face? Abso-fucking-lutely not. You still have pores here. Marketers will tell you otherwise, and that's what I fucking hate. Now, Tati has money. If she wants to spend it on eye cream, go ahead. There are very few that I recommend. I would recommend one with a retinoid, especially if you're worried about elasticity, fine lines, and wrinkles. All these eye creams are like, oh, we'll fix your under eye problem. Well, okay, is it color? Is it puffiness? Or is it wrinkles? She mentioned wrinkles. Let's give her something that actually works. These are retinoid eye creams that, as proven by science, will actually work. And I know that Tati wants these clean products. I disagree with that because chemicals make up our entire world. We should not demonize them because we need them to live. Literally, osmosis is how we get fucking oxygen into our blood. But if you really want some quote unquote clean eye creams that I would actually recommend, do I think you should spend your money on them ridiculously? No, but if you actually need one and you don't want to use your moisturizer, these will be your saving grace. Now, we have also done an entire video on just eye creams in general that I don't absolutely hate, but if there is one product that I do not fucking think you need, it is an eye cream. Just use a moisturizer very delicately in this area and thank me later.
This is like, I want to hate you so bad. Like, I want to hate you, but you work. If your face is like, ooh girl, like you haven't been feeling well, you have been hormonal, you have slacked on your skincare, you've been eating garbage food, this is like the rescue. It just is. How much are you again? You're expensive. Okay, this is like the embarrassing product because it's $147 for a face mask. I use it sparingly, but it does work. It's really, really gorgeous. If you have drier skin that also tends to break out from anything way too heavy and hydrating, you don't like that greasy feeling on your skin, this actually dries down, not quite like a clay mask, but the dry down of it is not what you would expect with a hydrating mask. The ingredients are beautiful, the formula is beautiful, everything about it through and through, gorgeous, stunning, just makes me feel like I'm having an A+, just got a facial kind of a skin day.
So this face mask is expensive, but it does look like it has some interesting ingredients that, like, if I were out here to spend some money, I might enjoy. It does have some rice powder, so this looks like a mildly exfoliating face mask. Rice powder usually has softer edges, so it doesn't actually tear at the skin the way something like peach pits or apricot pits do in a physical exfoliant. This also has that plankton extract. I have a feeling that's why this is so much more expensive, because this plankton extract can be hard to come by. Do you need this? Absolutely fucking not. If you're looking for a really good, inexpensive face mask that leaves your skin hydrated and glowing, the Bubble Come Clean is one of my favorites, although it is not exfoliating. If you're looking for a rice exfoliant that's less expensive, the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant is super fucking cool. It turns into like a foam and you can really nicely slather it on the face for some good exfoliation that is both chemical and physical. And even Biossance and Renee Rouleau have some really good face masks. But do you need to spend this kind of money? No. Look at Tati's routine. Like, when totaling this up, we've got to have at least like $1,000 in skincare right here. She might not be as price sensitive. I love that she's calling it out. I love that she uses it sparingly. I really disagree with a lot inside of this routine, but like, I do fucking appreciate this. And it works for her.
So this one right here, you get 1.76 fluid ounces and you don't need a lot. It kind of reminds me of, I did a video on, it was a firming, came in a little sachet, like a firming face mask that you would like warm up and put it on the skin and it would dry down almost powdery. This is a very similar feel to that. Even if you're like going on a special date or you have a special event, it's that kind of a mask that really will give you like facial in a bottle. It's kind of that 911 emergency, I need my skin to look better like right now. That's the kind of a mask that it is, and it's been my favorite. I could go on for hours. I do want to say, if I am ever having an issue with any hormonal breakouts or one, big bad boy, I do really like using an adapalene gel. This is a different gel. You can pick this up at the drugstore nowadays. And it doesn't really matter what kind of skin you have. If you have more mature skin or you have younger skin, you can still use a product like that, and it will help to uninflame the issue and target it and treat it. And that is one that I really swear by.
I am so shocked and surprised and happy to see an adapalene gel in here. So I know that Tati loves this like natural marketing, and I was not expecting to see adapalene gel, which is a synthetic, non-irritating retinoid, in this fucking routine. This is amazing. Full transparency, I no longer use Differin. They are not cruelty-free, and that matters to me. I've partnered with Differin in the past before I was cruelty-free, but I don't use them anymore. I do fucking love adapalene gel though. And the cool thing about adapalene gel as a synthetic retinoid is that it's not supposed to irritate the skin as much. Retinoids are notorious for causing this dryness, this flaking, this itchiness, right? But this was engineered to not do that. And it still binds to the RAR and RXR receptors. Again, this was a prescription-only product that is now available over the counter. It is fucking amazing and it works for acne, and it's one of these retinoid molecules that part of that retinoid family is probably the best thing you can use for acne, or yes, fine lines and wrinkles and hyperpigmentation. And for Tati, you know, she was talking about looking for an eye cream. If you use this very sparingly, just around this area, don't get it in the eyes, don't let it migrate into the eyes. Retinoid eye creams are some of the best you can fucking get, but they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. You could use adapalene gel, you could use retinoids, just don't get it in the eye. The Acne Free is the one that I use. It is less expensive. I've also partnered with Acne Free, but I do love them. They are cruelty free. Any adapalene gel, it's the same active, it's going to do the work. I wonder if we should recreate Tati's skincare routine, but make it affordable, cruelty-free, and not clean. Do we want a dirty version of Tati's skincare routine? Because again, that's the whole thing. If this is clean, what fucking makes it dirty? Chemicals are literally all around us, and I'm not blaming her specifically because everyone loves to take this out of context and say that I attack people. No, I am attacking brands, or we are analyzing specific choices, not people themselves. But anyways, I'm not mad at Tati. I'm fucking pissed off at the industry, and I am passionate, and that is why I bitch about these things. Growing up with acne, spending $150 on this when I was struggling with my skin, not knowing better, it hits me in a visceral part of my ascending aorta. Right there. Okay.
Also, really quickly for tools, I of course love my Nurse Jamie triangle, the most disgusting video I've ever posted on my channel. I really don't want to link it below because honestly, I'm not pleased with myself that I put me using a pore scrubber on my channel. It's so nasty. But this thing works. Like literally you turn it on, your skin's wet and like blackheads are popping out of it. It's gross, but this thing works. And then random at the drugstore that you can get if you want to exfoliate your skin using a toner without using any kind of a glycolic or any, you know, one of those pads I just showed you. This will go a long way. It's an exfoliating cotton round, and just the little texture on this side alone, I always see a difference, especially if I do this going around the nose, to just make sure all that makeup is gone and that dead skin is a little bit buffed off. It's very gentle. It's not going to irritate the skin, but I've always had such success with using these guys. I've mentioned them so many times before. And there you have it. I know my skincare routine is very bougie, very like, oh, she spent all her cash on her skin, but you know what? I said it before, skin is like the most important. Like if you had to pick, if you were like, great nails, great hair, great skin, what would you pick? I would pick skin every single time, like every time.
Where's the fucking sunscreen? I'm so sorry. Am I not hearing things properly? I did not hear a sunscreen, and especially if Tati has hyperpigmentation and if she's worried about fine lines and wrinkles, the #1 thing you can use is a sunscreen. Is it just not mentioned here, or can somebody enlighten me? Does Tati not use one? Because boy, if there is a way that we could help that hyperpigmentation, please invest in a sunscreen. Like, you guys, it is the #1 thing that you can do to preserve your skin. And I know that especially in the clean beauty world, there's a lot of this, oh, don't use sunscreens, it's going to give you cancer. No, sunscreen is literally made to prevent from cancer. And there are some clean sunscreens if you really want to use them. They're normally much more pasty, but there are some great formulas that are totally safe for the skin. Even if you have sensitive skin, there are some fragrance-free options. There are so many good sunscreens that did not exist 10 years ago, and here are some of them. And actually, I have an entire list of them. If you want sunscreens that aren't bull and are actually worth the money, I have those listed below. I feel like we do have a follow-up, and Tati's skincare philosophy in one way is very similar to mine. Self-care, appreciate yourself, make sure that you're having a fun sensorial experience, but also a polar opposite. Don't be afraid of chemicals, don't fall for clean marketing. And it just shows, you know, the beauty in differences of opinions. And I love these kind of fucking conversations because I can dive into these things. Should we react to her other videos? Should we create a dirty version of her skincare routine that's cruelty-free and less expensive? I don't know. You tell me, because your wish is my command. And as your acne big sister, I'm here to help you understand the science of skincare and feel empowered by what we do, and look critically at what other people choose to do so that we can learn from it and all learn to spend our money in the places that we want to together. So always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.